Yes, I think I will. I should make a plan. Get back to that storyboard. That would be fun. The part of the reason I took a break from it though is because I realized that I don't yet know what my stream is about. Like if you read you've probably read the. I have like a block at the top of my stream down there that basically says that this stream is about like drawing and coding. That was one thing I did a few streams where I was coding art. In fact, I mentioned I did brainstorms for the animation I wanted to play in the corner up there, but none of the ideas I came up with worked out. But I did this coding thing where it's sort of a spark effect. That I got the idea for kind of serendipitously. I was dropping my daughter off at my youngest at daycare, and she was really enthralled because next door there was this construction. There's construction going on, and a welder. I think it was either a welder. No, maybe it was like a like something that was sawing metal. But anyway, it sent out this spray of sparks, and she was so excited when she saw that. I thought it reminded me of some particle emitter effects I'd done in code before. And I've been wanting to do something like that again. So I did this whole coding, this whole code-based sort of almost like generative art. There was the first version I did was just using the vector draw command, and then I did another one that was using what do you call it? WebGL. So it was like totally 3D. And anyway, that ended up being that. So when somebody follows, that's over there, the animation that plays and says so and so followed, that's from the thing that I coded. Need to hook that up to more things. I think I still have the default thing showing up. It's like a Cheshire cat or something when somebody subscribes, because I didn't think anyone would ever subscribe this soon. But now I've had a few people subscribe and they get the wrong animation. Well, the one other thing I want to do on here is GarageBand composition, some music. It works pretty good for the fur. It's not as detailed like hair by hair like the nose, but it kind of gives you the sense of the texture of it a bit. Oh, you were commenting, and I just lost it down here. Let's see, more opportunities, and then you said, oh, that's awesome. You said the one that happens when you follow. Yeah, I mean, it can just be a home base for all your creative projects. I think that's a good choice to do less detailed in the body. Thanks. I have to ignore this. I was going off my phone and I missed that there were comments. I could see them if I looked up on the screen there. But I was going off my phone. I wonder why chat isn't working down here anymore. I'll try bringing it back up and see if that fixes it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think either you disconnected for about a minute or I did. Oh. Yeah. Oh, is my stream dropping out? Let me check and see if I'm getting errors. Let me see. No, it looks like I'm connected now. I had some problems with my stream dropping, or my connection dropping out the other day. Let's see, I should probably measure these things out a little bit more. Gotcha, that must be what it was. Yeah. Need to get a hold of my internet provider and see if they can come take a look or something. Do you have any other artistic outlets, Rory? Do you do music or writing or anything? Let's see, is that right there? Oh, no comments so far. I can see. So from there to there. It's from there to there. Yeah, that's about right. And then this is, that's strange because I thought, I don't know. I'm just going to put it over here. I think this is about where I had it before, though, when I decided it was 2. Oh, I do poetry, too. Sometimes woodworking projects. Oh, cool. Sometimes writing. I'm not musically talented. Ah. Yeah, do you know Tiny Pachyderm? She does a stream on, she does poetry on her stream sometimes. I only got catch part of one, but it looked really, really fun. So what? Oh, pottery. Okay, pottery. That's the problem with, I just need to, bump up the font on this really quick. I bet if I hold on. I think I can just zoom it out. Ah, yeah. Now I can read it. Too much for my tired eyes. Pottery, that's fun. Be relaxing. I haven't done any pottery since school, but I enjoyed it when I did a little bit. A little bit I did, I mean. Do you make like oh, hold on, be right back. Uh-oh. Okay. For a second I thought I'd lost connection. Wait a second. My ankle's wrong. It's a little harder than I thought it would be to do this body part here, working at this kind of slight gradient and getting this shape to come together. Kind of thought it'd be all downhill from here, but it's a little funny. I guess it makes sense. I mean, there's like horse anatomy and all kinds of stuff going on there, and I thought I'd just get it practically for free. Probably mostly just trying to do this very slight gradient over such broad space. That's the challenge. Because there really is no black over there. I say there's a little bit of black right there, but it does kind of approach black right there, though. them off screen. Whoa. Shoot. I just realized this is in the wrong place. It's not down there. It's up there. That's okay. I can move it up. Oh, hey. Rory's back. Oh, hey. Brit's here. Hello. Welcome. Hey, I'm back, but I've got to go for the night. Okay. Bye. Thanks for being here. It was fun talking and finding out about your work. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your stuff. Sorry if I missed you before you left. Brit, how's it going? It's great to have you here. Sorry, I lost track of the chat there. It was quiet for a while. Going pretty well? You have a good day? Just realized I put his back in the wrong place. The back actually occurs up here. Writing conference started today, at least initial setup and some offsite readings. Awesome. That's great. So you've been really busy then. I remember when I've been to conferences anyway, it's pretty intensive. Takes a lot of energy, must be tired. Got to listen to a friend read one of my favorite poems from her. It was fantastic. That's great. We were talking, or actually I was talking a little bit about your poetry earlier because actually I'd misread. Well, you could see probably, oh no, you were you wouldn't see the chat before you arrived. I can see the chat before you arrived, but you can't. Rory was saying that she does pottery, and I thought she'd said poetry because my font was too small. I've been wanting to do something with poetry for a while. I had this idea for a poem. I actually did kind of one version of it, but I didn't like it. I think I might try it again. I want to do something that messes with the what's the word? With the fourth wall. And basically, I've seen him doing a poem that's in first person and talks. I can't quite describe it. I ought to just do it. But basically, well, I could describe it. The idea is I want to do a poem where it talks about the boundaries of the poem, like it talks about, it references what you were doing before you started reading the poem, and it takes you into kind of like a dreamlike sequence, like it describes sort of a dreamlike sequence. Oh no, that was the idea. It starts out by describing some sort of dreamlike sequence, some sort of a set of events that are happening, and it describes your thought process as you're remembering your real life outside of the poem. And then it has you as a character in the sequence trying to convince other people that you're not really the character in the story, but you're you. And yeah, that was sort of the idea. Something like that. I guess I could try to do it right here, right now. We could take a break from this poor horse. I was so close with it too, and then I realized that I had the back. I realized when I went to do this corner up here, I was like, wow, why is there so much more space up here? I am so close with this horse though. I just need to finish. It's that, and then the ears, and that hair there. Did you ever get a chance to take a look at any of the poetry that I had mentioned to you, Britt? I imagine you're probably already familiar with like what was her name? My favorite one, St. Vincent. I'm forgetting how to pronounce her name. Hope I haven't gotten disconnected again. That was happening earlier. Still got the music, so that's a good indication. No, not yet. I have it saved to go back to when I decide to set up another reading stream. Oh, cool. Yeah, all the short stories I sent you are technically science fiction slash fantasy, but I like his take on science fiction is different. It's like really honing in on the idea. What I like about science fiction is sort of questioning like the purpose of existence and why we're here and that kind of thing, and not just necessarily like being about like robots or like I do like the complex science concepts, and I like writing that surprises me or where there's some sort of a turn, you know. Have you read The Door by E.B. White? Don't think I have. Is that pretty good? That's yeah, E.B. White. That's a poet, so it's a poem. I could probably look it up here in a second. We could read it together. Just if I could, just feel like I've got to catch back up to where I was before I erased the back. is one of, if not my favorite short stories, almost essays. Oh, it's a short story, not a poem. I'll check it out then. There, I gotta write that down so I don't lose it. The Door. E.B. White. Is that E.B. White from like White and Strunk that wrote the that grammar, or not grammar, but that book on writing? You only know of one E.B. White. Let's see. I'm pretty sure. White and Strunk. The Elements of Style. Yeah, that was E.B. White. It's like it's sort of like the seminal book on writing, essentially. I actually haven't read. I don't know if I read anything by E.B. White except for actually I should see what else he's written. I probably have read something else by him. Was he the one that did Charlotte's Web? Yeah, Charlotte's Web, of course. Okay, so I've read two things by him. I've read The Elements of Style and of course Charlotte's Web. Oh yeah, he's brilliant. I love Charlotte's Web. I don't remember if it was in The Elements of Style where it was. I heard a story about how he developed the concept for that. It's really inspiring, just the creative process, and especially like how like the idea of writing a children's story about a spider, the way he developed it. I don't remember the story that well though, what it was about it, but I just remember I was really inspired by it. Oh, that looks so much better with his back up there where it belongs. Okay, I've finally fixed my bed and can settle in. Not going to bed, just getting cozy about after being out for the day. Yeah, you've had a big day. Conferences, you're on your feet pretty much the whole day, aren't you? I don't know. I haven't been to a writing conference. I'd like to go to one sometime. It would be fun. Tomorrow it really starts, though. No panels today, just reading and hanging out with a friend. Oh, nice. Don't feel fully prepared for my role at the table I signed up for, but I guess I'll figure it out as I go. What is your role there? I'm volunteering for Portland Review. Is that a magazine? And I'll probably have to talk about the journal and maybe sell stuff, right? It's a journal. So you'll be representing the Portland Review. I was actually on my feet a lot today too, because we had a morale event at work where we all went. We walked. It was only like a mile away, but we walked from work to this place called, what was it? Axes and Timber, I think. Anyway, it's a place where you throw axes. Axe throwing. It took a lot of like full body exertion. I think I might have done too much for my back, using muscles I've never used before. I haven't used in a while anyway. I did throw an axe once a long time ago. Briefly. But it was mostly the walking. So anyway, it's a place where you throw axes. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's kind of hard to describe, but sort of like, I guess the way a shooting range would be. I haven't been to like an indoor shooting range, but sort of like that, where there are these places where there are targets at the end and you take an axe and they train you on how to throw it, and then you throw it, and the idea is to stick it into there's like the wood, the wall at the end with the wood where the target is. You gotta get it to stick. And if you get it wrong, it can kind of bounce back at you. So that was at first I thought I was being, because you're a little, it's intimidating. Yeah, I figured it was like a range. Well, yeah. It's intimidating because, at first you're thinking, I don't know, it's an axe. You don't know what's going to happen. You're throwing it. I mean, it's intimidating. And you go and you throw it. The first couple times, it clatters around. And then one time you just get it wrong and it comes right back at you. And then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this really is as dangerous as it seemed. Well, it doesn't really come back at you that fast necessarily, but I had a couple of them reach me, like go back, and they'd like skid up to me and be like, oh wow, this is it was actually pretty fun. I was really terrible at it. We competed. There's a competition and we kept the score, and I was the second to worst person there at it. My score was the second lowest anyway, and I'm all right with that though. Hello everyone. I just wanted to pop in quick. This horse is looking great. Thanks. Let me see if I can maybe pull back for you. Get a bit of a full, oops, turn this. Come on. Can't quite get it all in the picture, but you get the idea. You can see the top, and then you can see the nose. It's funny now that I'm looking at closer, I'm noticing that the right nostril, you can't see. This right nostril is a little lower than the left nostril, or his left nostril. His left nostril is a little lower than his right, which is our left. And I can see in the picture that that's actually the case. Yeah, I think we were about to discuss a little bit what we were going to do next. I did have an idea for a poem I thought I might try to write. We could try writing a poem on stream, or we could do the Rubik's Cube solve and pick another picture, or the person that wins could choose whether we do the oh, my message didn't go through.